Ciao everyone, I'm Rossella Rago and welcome back to Cooking with Nonna. I'm here in the kitchen with my favorite nonna of them all, my very own Nonna Romana. Say hello everybody.
Hello everybody.
And what are we going to make today, Nonna?
Today I gotta make dolci per la sposa.
And who's la sposa? Me?
No, you know.
Not me. Not yet, but...
every girl they marry in this time, they gotta make that.
So these are, a sposa is a bride, by the way, and I ain't no bride yet, but, you know, we hope. But Dolci della Sposa are traditional pugliese wedding pastries because down in southern Italy, a wedding is kind of a big deal, and everybody likes to make different pastries and cookies. Almond paste cookies are really popular for wedding days because when a bride receives all her guests on her wedding day, she's got to have a nice spread of pastries and cookies for all her guests to nibble on because she probably doesn't eat anything on her wedding day, but everybody else has to enjoy these beautifully decorated, anyway, little pastries and cookies. And they're not just for weddings. You can make them on any holiday or any special occasion, really. So we're going to start with our pan di Spagna, Nonna's famous sponge cake.
Yeah.
And what do we got to put in this pan di Spagna, Nonna?
In the pan di Spagna, you're supposed to put eggs.
We got some eggs.
Yeah. After you put lemon,
vanilla. We got vanilla from Italy, but if you don't have this, just substitute with 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Totally fine.
After you got to put grated lemon. Sugar.
Granulated sugar.
This baking powder.
Baking powder.
And the last time you got to put flour.
And we got some all-purpose or 0-0 flour. If you got the 0-0, use the 0-0. But a pan di Spagna starts with the eggs, lemon zest, vanilla, and most importantly, the sugar that have to beat together for a very long time until ribbons form. So, Nonna, you got to put eggs.
Yeah.
I'm going to open the vanilla for you. Stuff smells so good. Doesn't smell, it's smelling nice, this.
Yeah, it smells nice.
Okay. Got our fresh lemon zest. And our granulated sugar.
So, let's start work.
Now, when I say ribbons, I mean you're going to be able to eventually pick up the paddle and you're going to see ribbons of batter form. And that's when you know that you're ready to add in your dry ingredients. So don't do this too soon. Really let it work for about 15, even 20 minutes. If you're not sure, do the 20 minutes. Okay, so our eggs and sugar are making beautiful ribbons, and now we are ready to add in our dry ingredients. Right, Nonna?
Yeah, sure.
What do we got to put now?
Baking powder.
So we're going to add our baking powder first. We're going to let that mix on a lower speed. You don't have to go crazy with the speed anymore. And now we can add our flour. And we're just going to mix this until it's just absorbed. Okay. So our batter is ready, and we are fully ready to fill our little molds now. So I'm going to bring these over here. These are silicone molds. Now, I don't think Nonna used these back in the day, but today they make life a lot easier. I love these things. I will put a link for these. I got these on Amazon. I'll put a link for them in the box of the video because they're super handy to make these, to make the peach cookies, to make delizia al limone. Love this mold. I sprayed it with a little baking spray, but you can use butter or whatever you want. And I just put them on a baking sheet so it's easy to get them in and out of the oven. So I'm going to move this over here. Shake off any extra batter because Nonna doesn't waste, right?
Oh my God.
So it's a nice, thick batter. It's not runny or anything. So I'm going to take a spoon and I'm going to start to fill these up. No, we don't fill all the way, right?
No.
No, a little bit. You want to leave a tiny little bit
Yeah,
underneath.
because they got to raise.
That's exactly what you want. You want a nice thick batter for this because it's going to be so beautiful and airy. And I can smell the vanilla in this. You smell la vaniglia?
Yeah.
La vaniglia,
nice.
limone.
Yeah, all good stuff. I remember when I married, get off 4 o'clock in the morning for make the rest of the cookies. They make a sandwich. Oh my God, a lot of work.
It's a lot of work to get married in Italy.
Before, no, now. Now it's a little different, you know.
Yeah, they make less cookies. But how many cookies and cakes they make when you get married?
Oh yeah, a lot of kind of the cookies they make.
Who came to make them? You make them?
Yeah, one lady they come, you know, and they do this when somebody marries. She go and she make all the cookies they need, and they make a lot of quality of the cookies, all different, very good.
Why you need cookies when you get married?
Because you marry, you gotta make a big festa. You made a good job.
Thank you. Okay, so we filled all of our molds, and these are going to go into a 350-degree oven for 18 minutes, or until you see them color nicely, like a golden brown color, and they should be springy to the touch. You ready?
Yeah, sure.
So I'm just going to take these away, and when I come back, I'm going to show you how we take them out of the molds, and you want to let them cool before we start glazing them. Okay, so our little domes are all done. They're nice and baked. I let them cool a little bit inside the molds, and then you just pop them out. Believe me, they come out like a dream. Nothing sticks. If you get one that's a little bit like this, you know, like the little ugly duckling of the bunch, it's a little bit overfilled. What do we got to do with this?
You gotta cut.
We don't throw away.
Oh.
No. So this, in most cases, it'll actually like peel off.
Cut, they come same size the other one.
But we're just going to trim off this part. That's okay.
Look, same thing for the other one.
Yep. And
Very
now
nice.
it's the same. So now that we have all our little cupole done, we are going to start slicing them all in half. Nonna, me li puoi tagliare a metà tu?
I gotta cut like that, okay? No, cut like that, see?
So Nonna's just cutting them all pretty much in half. Don't worry if it's not super even. You want to leave about 3/4 of an inch on the bottom. And don't worry, you won't really see the cut too much because when we put the glaze over them, it's not really going to show. It's going to be a nice thick white glaze. Okay, so we have a bowl filled with an equal parts rum and water. You can make it as strong or as light as you want. This is about a cup, but again, for the full recipe and a complete list of ingredients, head to cookingwithnonna.com. I will say that when Nonna makes her pastries, she tends to make them a little strong.
Yeah, I love it.
Why you love?
Because, I love a little strong in the cookies, yeah. The room, I love it.
The room. I love it, the room, she says. Okay, so we're just going to take this brush, and I'm just going to brush both sides of them. The bottoms and the tops. There we go.
The room, they give a good taste for the cookies, I love it.
Good taste. Now, you can use other alcohol if you really don't love rum. You can try amaretto or something, but rum is what we traditionally use in most of our sweets in Puglia.
You can put a limoncello too, do I?
You can totally do some limoncello.
Mm-hmm.
You like a limoncello?
Yeah, I like limoncello.
Yeah, once in a while?
My mother, she make it, she sell in the store. I mean,
Oh, yeah?
yeah, my mother make.
Why you no make limoncello?
Sometimes I make.
Yeah?
Ma-
But you not drink?
Well, when I have somebody, they come and they drink together. I drink together.
Just one, though.
Yeah, not too much. Everything you take too much, not good.
Now, the top part that's a little bit thicker, try and put a little bit more on the tops, just so it penetrates. Okay, so now that we have brushed all of our pastries with the rum, we're going to fill it with the pastry cream. And this is just our easy custard cream. I have a video for this. We will link it. And this is Nonna's classic pastry cream, crema pasticcera, that you can use for almost any dessert. I love, love, love this. And since like I can't deal with real pastry bags, this is just a zipper top plastic bag that I just put the pastry cream in, and I'm gonna snip a corner of this. And we're gonna go ahead and fill all of our pastries. Okay, so now they're brushed with the rum, they're filled with the cream, and the last step is my favorite part, to make the glassa, or the glaze, and to decorate them. So, first thing I want to do is I want to position my special drying rack over here. You need something with a little bit of height, because you're going to pour or spoon the glaze on top, and you need it to drip down, and you want it to be nice and evenly coated. So I'm going to start putting these up on here. Okay, so now to make our glaze, la glassa. I love the way my nonna makes glaze, and this isn't really the super traditional way you would make glaze for these pastries. The true way to make the glaze for these pastries is by melting sugar in water and then adding lemon juice. So I love that glaze too. The thing is that it's a little bit tricky to get right. Like I wouldn't feel right telling a bunch of people to make it when it really does take a lot of practice to get it correct. And that glaze is honestly a little bit hard, and I don't want that when you eat these pastries. I want it to kind of melt in your mouth. So we're going to do a very simple glaze. No.
Yeah.
What do we put inside of the glaze?
You got to put sugar, you know.
Confectioner
powdered sugar, and milk.
And milk and a little vanilla.
A little vanilla, yeah.
Okay, so Nonna's going to hold this bowl of our powdered sugar here. I'm going to add our vanillina again. Just one little bag. Again, don't need to use this if you can't find it. You can always use 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. I like vanilla.
Yeah, I like it too.
And then we're going to get il latte.
Latte. I got to put it now?
Yeah. And we're going to get the whisk here. And you want a nice, thick glaze for this. You want a nice, thick, super white, beautiful glaze. If it's a glaze that is going to seem a little bit too thick for you, that's perfect. Stay with it. Actually, a lot of people ask me how to get my glaze so nice and thick when I make cookies and stuff, because I just favor that look, and I think it tastes really good as long as you flavor your glaze. And the secret is just less liquid and more powdered sugar.
I think it's good.
Beautiful. Okay, so now I'm just going to get a spoon. And I'm going to start pouring it over. We're going to do one and decorate it with our cherry.
Okay.
So this is going to run all the way down our pastry. You can try and move it around a little bit. This looks so, so pretty. I love the way these look more than anything.
They look nice.
And don't worry if it doesn't seem super smooth quite at first. When you give it a little bit of time, it smooths itself out. So, so pretty. And then we just take one of our candied cherries and we put it right on top. Beautiful.
It looks so nice.
So now we're going to do the same thing with all of them.
Mm-hmm. Come sembrano belli. Ti viene la voglia di mangiarli. I dolcetti della sposa. Belle, belle. Beautiful.
Okay, so these look so, so beautiful. And now we just have to let them dry. Now, you want to let them dry as long as you can. Even overnight, it's going to be fine. I've done that before. But a couple hours should do it to fully set the glaze. You don't want to try and move them before the glaze is set. So we will see you in a little bit when these are dried and we're going to finally taste them. So our Dolci della Sposa are all done, and some of them I put in a plate just like this. They might be a little tricky to maneuver off of your drying rack, but they'll get it. Once the icing is dry, it's pretty easy to move them around. I put some in a plate like this. You could totally go over to somebody's house with a beautiful plate of Dolci della Sposa.
It's so good.
Or you can get some of these things. I got these at a baking supply company, these little gold boards. These are actually for bakeries to put their pastries on, and I find that it makes a really pretty presentation, and it's much easier to put them in a box or put them on a serving plate or something to move them around, and it doesn't get messy. So these are nice. What do you think, Nonna?
Yeah, they look beautiful.
How do you think?
So nice. Yeah, they're so all over there.
When you got married, you eat these?
Oh yeah, when I marry, you know, they make very good cookies. Yeah.
Like these ones?
Not really like that, but almost.
Almost.
Yeah.
Almost as good. It's okay. Now we got to taste.
Yeah.
You got to have one?
Yeah.
For good luck.
Thank you.
Maybe I'll get married now.
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay.
It's very good.
So now you're just going to move it off. And these look so good. The bottoms are nice and moist from the rum.
So good.
This is delicious. You see that nice creamy filling?
Very good.
I want to eat it all.
Me too.
This is so, so delicious. I'm so glad we finally made a show about the Dolci della Sposa. I've been wanting to do it, and I think they're so, so beautiful. So Nonna and I are going to go and finish our pastries together. I hope you guys make these. I hope you love them. And Nonna, thank you for being my Nonna.
Oh, thank you. You do very good for me too, you know, because anything I teach you, you learn right away. You're very good. My granddaughter.
Okay, Nonna, say bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Everything is good.